Hello and welcome to this energy healing session for you. The theme for today's session is living in alignment with yourself. And that means that everything that comes up in today's session will be working with that to help balance that out for you as an experience. So the focus is on your ears and your sense of hearing. There's a sense of being slightly blocked in, it's to do with how you're interpreting things, or we have filters that build up as a survival mechanism. And sometimes these filters no longer serve us. So when the senses come up, in this case, the sense of hearing, this is to allow some of those filters that no longer serve you to fall away, so that you get better clarity of understanding of what you're hearing, both from the world around you and also from your own internal world as well. Better clarity of interpretation, clarity of understanding, and there's a sense that your sense of hearing is connecting to a guilt. Guilt is something that we all are so good at generating, and so this is blocking you hearing, blocking your understanding, blocking you hearing the truth, blocking you from accessing your light, actually. So there's a consciousness of allowing this guilt to release. It could be for things done, for things not done, or just generally your own not managing to live up to your own high standards. We often put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be a certain way, do certain things, whatever, and we are also our own harshest critics, aren't we? So it's all of this kind of stuff is what's bound up with this. It's to do with releasing all of this pressure that you put on yourself. That actually blocks. Okay, so this is what's blocking you having a clearer understanding of what you're hearing in your own internal chatter, so it's your own internal processing that is really the big focus here. And okay, so we're just going to hold the space for a moment to allow this pressure that you're putting on yourself to release or unravel. And I'm actually going to use a pendulum so you can get a sense of the energy unraveling. Now the pendulum, when it is decreasing something, is going to go anti-clockwise for me. So that means it's going to go that way. Okay, so it'll go anti-clockwise. It'll probably be going clockwise for you, I would imagine, as you're watching this. But anyway, there we go. So you can imagine just breathing out the pressure that you're putting on yourself, releasing that through your out breath. Okay. And now, to kind of fill up the gaps where that pressure was, what's going to happen is we're going to fill up those gaps with loving energy. So the pendulum will swing the other way. It will be filling up. Well, look, my water bottle here. Oh, you can't really see that, but it will go in that direction. So, bringing in loving energy, filling up every nook and cranny that has just had space created in it. And you can imagine your breath you can imagine breathing this loving energy into your whole body, into every cell of your body. There we go. Okay. So now we are focusing on your solar plexus. So this is to do with your sense of self, your sense of personal power and receiving, and it's actually to do with consciously filtering what you're receiving, not automatically taking on board everything that you hear from the outside world, being discerning about what you take on board. This is connecting also to your sacral chakra. It's really to do with, it's almost as if it's to do with creating sacred space for yourself. So instead of putting pressure on yourself, for example, the contrast being that you actively, consciously create this, it's coming up as a sacred space for yourself. This is very much connecting up to your heart center as well. And it is to do with honoring yourself. It's to do with self-acceptance. And harmony, creating harmony for yourself, allowing harmony within yourself. in alignment with this sacred space, in alignment with connection to your core being, to your inner self, to your intuition, to your inner knowing. And consciousness of respecting yourself is really anchoring into your root chakra and your foundations. Which in turn is then connecting up to your sense of joy and to expressing this. Even if only to yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean expressing things external, speaking them out physically, but this is to do with your own relationship with yourself. And now all of this is settling with a focus on the heart, on your heart center. So just imagine that you're breathing gently, warm breath in and out of the center of your chest. Okay. So this is then, the awareness is then filtering down your spine, to the base of your spine, to your root chakra. And there's consciousness of feeling settled, feeling grounded and rooted, and feeling peaceful. That's the end of this session for you. So if you enjoyed that and felt it was beneficial, please subscribe, and if you'd like to be notified each time I post a new session up for you, just bop the little bell. See you soon.